Hey everybody, MotoPoet59 here. I don't usually post twice in a day, but I'm going to today because things are changing so rapidly. It's not unusual for news to change day by day by day, but in this case, with the last 3 months of nothing but COVID-19, now it's the riots. And nobody's talking about COVID-19. I'm sure there's still blurbs about it here and there, but nobody gives a rat's ass about COVID-19 anymore because this was a Democrat thing. This was a liberal thing. And for them to all of a sudden whine about COVID-19 would make them hypocrites because they don't care about the rioters. Those people are all bunched together. They're throwing things without gloves on. They're doing everything they're not supposed to do. And what are the liberals doing? They're supporting him. These people are destroying private property. They burned the National Cathedral. They burned the fucking National Cathedral. And they're still supporting these assholes. I'm pissed. I am fucking beyond pissed. I'm sick of it. I said on my Facebook, and this is the last time I'll talk about it here, but I said on my Facebook I'm not going to talk about it anymore because nothing is going to change. It didn't change after Watts. It didn't change after the Vietnam protests. It didn't change after the 68 Democrat convention fiasco. It didn't change after Furman, Rodney King thing, and it's not going to change now. Every time something like this happens, there are 1,000 people that are dedicated to the cause, and there are millions of others dedicated to causing problems. Looting, vandalism, assault, murder. That's all they care about. These people are criminals. They're fucking criminals. And you idiot fucking liberals continue to support them. Pardon my French, but I'm tired of it. You can all, liberals, progressives, anybody who's supporting these fucking people, they're not protesters, they're rioters. You want to separate the protesters and go find them? I don't know where they are, because their message has been lost. I made a video about that the other day. That message is lost. It's dead in the water, and no one's going to ever care about George Floyd again. He is just another dead person that nobody cares about, especially the liberals. And I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of these people who at one time or another in their life got harassed by a cop, maybe twice that they got harassed by a cop. Boo fucking who? Did you get the shit beat out of you? Did you get thrown in jail for no reason? Did you not get a fair trial? Did you not get bail? Were your constitutional rights violated? No, you got harassed by the cops. Quit sniveling. You probably had it coming. People hang out on corners doing dope and drinking and shit and think you ought to be able to get away with that. Cop comes up and asks you for your ID. Give him your fucking ID. Stop arguing with them. Just comply. They're not there to hurt you, but they want to know what you're up to, and they have that right. Every city in the United States of America has laws against loitering, and that includes you. Just because you've got some hip switch and you're fucking wearing dreads and hemp clothing doesn't give you the right to not obey the law and not abide by what police say. I have been harassed by cops. I've been harassed by cops a few times, but not to the point that they were going to throw me in jail or anything. But they were being smartasses. They were overstepping their authority. And all I needed to do to shut them up was do what they asked. I didn't need to argue with them. You're not going to win an argument with a cop. Start ballyhooing with a cop, and you're going to lose that. You may not go to jail, but you might get cited for something. I didn't. A couple of times I was drunk or high, and they ended up letting me go just because I was compliant. I didn't argue with them. I didn't give them any grief. But the bottom line is, these riots will change nothing. The very next time that a white cop kills a black person, this is going to erupt all over again. And there will be 1,000 people who legitimately protest what happened, and there are going to be millions of people doing the same shit they're doing right now. It's from time immemorial. This is the way people do things. And the biggest reason is because the cops are afraid of getting in trouble. After Kent State in 1972 and the National Guard killed 4 people, that was out of line. And things changed after that. And cops just kind of started standing back and letting these people do whatever they were going to do. And what they do is destroy things. They hurt people. And I'll tell you what, any of these protesters ever hurts any of my family, I'll go hunt them down. I'll go find one of those protests and I'll be one of those far-right nutcases. The difference is I won't be out on the news or nothing. I'll go out there and I'll wait till they start to disperse and I'll find one of them by himself and I'll beat him to death with a baseball bat. Or I'll shoot him. I will. I'm not messing around. If the cops won't take care of my family, I will. I've owned a gun since 1972 when I was 12 years old. 1971 if you want to be technical, because I got it for Christmas in 1971. 410 shotgun. I've never pointed my gun at anyone. I've never felt the need to have it packed, but I do now. I'm locked and loaded. You step in my house without my permission and you're going to get shot. I don't care who you are. So take your chances, but back to the point. This is changing nothing. Like I said, the very next time that a black person is killed by a white cop, this is going to erupt. All this is going to happen again. But you know when it won't erupt? It won't erupt when a black cop kills a white guy, which happens with more regularity than you think. And you know what? The white guy probably had it coming. It won't happen when a black guy kills another black guy. And it won't happen when a white cop kills a white person. It's not going to make news. It never has. If it did, we'd be in a constant state of riot. Then martial law could be declared, because then the entire country would be in a continuous state of upheaval. Then they can actually declare martial law. They're getting there right now. I'm surprised that a couple of local governments, a mayor can't do that. All he can do is declare a curfew. But I'm surprised that there haven't been a couple of governors step in and declare martial law in some of these areas. It's too late for Washington, D.C. It's too late for St. Paul. It's too late for Minneapolis. Thank God, Bakersfield, people remain relatively calm. I understand one person got beat up the first night. I didn't think anyone had, but I've been corrected about that. Some businesses were vandalized. Some property was defaced, but that was about it. They told us to gear up for night 3. I just don't think it's going to peter out here. But nevertheless, the next time a white cop kills a black person, you mark my word, you heard it here first. Well, maybe not first, because anybody with any sense understands this. Nothing's changing. Nothing has changed. This will change nothing. It's not going to change in the future. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm all wet, but I don't think so. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. And we will see you all later, hopefully when all this lunacy is over.